afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my Be Live Take 2. My name is Laura Milligan, and I am a demonstrator from Ohio in the United States. Thank you for joining me today. Let me just check a couple things to make sure I have this set up. Give me a second here. Gonna give some people a chance to find me here. And you know what, Charlie, he was back there. Oh, he moved to the other end of the couch. You're not going to be able to see him. I thought he would make an appearance today, but apparently not. So I have some really cute projects to share with you today. A lot of projects, actually, because I had this idea and I just kept going and going. So I'm going to wait just a minute. I want to make sure, if you are there watching and you see me, would you please leave a comment, say hello, let me know where you're from, and then we will go ahead and get started. I'm just going to wait one more minute here. Okay, there's Tennessee Gran. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Colleen. Thanks for watching. And Gran, Sandra's here helping me today, and I told her she needs to come and pop her head in and say hello, so maybe we'll get her to do that. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to switch my camera down, and I'm anxious to show you some really cute projects today. So I am featuring this week the Butterfly Brilliance stamp set, and hold on, let me grab it here. Butterfly Brilliance stamp set and coordinating dies called Brilliant Wings. This is the stamp set. And these are the dies. I did make 2 cards with those on Monday. In fact, you know what? They are right here. So I'm going to just pull them in so that you can see them. That was one of the ones that I made just with some strips of the designer paper Butterfly Bijou that goes with this bundle. And then the other card I made was a slit card. And I used 2 butterflies, which I don't know where that card is now, but I'll show you this one with just one. It's pretty as well. And this one, the way this works is when you open the card, you just pull it open like that, and there's the butterfly on the inside of your card. Really fun. So those were the 2 cards I made on Monday. I have totally different things to share with you today. So let me tuck these away. Hi, Myra. Hi, Candy. Here's the one I made on Monday with both of the butterflies. Really cute. You just open it up and there are those super cute butterflies. I would add, I should have added a strip of designer paper here, some words and that sort of thing, but I did not do that, and I should have. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you. All right, so my first card today uses the dies. And I did a fun card. I have seen cards similar to this. I actually made one last year. We made one when I had my overnight retreat, which is coming up next weekend. We're all so excited. I have people coming from Michigan and Tennessee. Hi, Mary. All over, really. So we're super excited about the retreat. We're all looking forward to it. And I have a great turnout this year, actually more than I've ever had, which is very, very exciting. So I'm going to start with a basic black card base, and let me grab my bone folder here. And I'll give this a nice crisp fold. This is just 5.5 by 8.5. Then what I did was I took a panel of just like a quarter sheet, actually a half sheet. It was what was 4, yeah, so I'm sorry, it was 4.25 by 5.5, so it was an actual fourth a sheet of the 8.5 by 11, and I ran it through my painted texture stamp and emboss folder. And then what I did was lined up, hi Cindy, hi Tanae, I lined up this set of dies, and like I told you on Monday, these dies are the star of the show, I think, to me in this bundle anyway, especially combined with the designer paper. But I went ahead and ran this through my stamp and cut and emboss machine and ended up with a piece that looked like this, as well as all these little parts and pieces. So these are die cut and they are embossed. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of basic white. This is cut 4 by 5 1/4. So it's a little bit smaller than this piece that I die cut. But I'm going to position this over my quarter sheet here, my little panel, and just kind of put it, some of these are going to be hanging off the edge, as you can see, which is just fine. And I'm going to take my Tombow glue, and I'm going to use this as a template and position all of these butterflies back where I just cut them out. So I'm going to use my liquid glue, and I liked how they were positioned on the die, so I thought, why not use this as a template? I'm going to glue all these in here. And the nice thing too, if you put your liquid glue inside this template here, you don't have to worry about it sticking somewhere where you don't want it to stick. I think that one, does that one go there? No, that one's there. Here's the one for over here. Whoops, I think I put that on backwards. Yep, this goes this way. It's going to go that right there, like that. This one's going to go down here, so I'm just going to put my Tombow glue around the edges of that. You want to make sure it sticks on the edges. That's probably where the most important place to put your adhesive. And then this one here. And this is the one that goes in here like that. Get that in place. I have a little one up here. This is a fun embossing folder. It's something painted textures, or oops, and that one goes this way. It's similar to the Old World paper embossing folder that we have as well. Okay, so those are in there. Now I just have my large butterfly, and for this one I want to be sure to put a little glue. Actually, I could do it on my template. Just put a small bead of glue up where her antenna is. Antennae, is that how you say it? I don't know. So Stampin' Up! Was telling us that when you have a group of butterflies, they're called a kaleidoscope. But then I also heard a group of butterflies could be called, oh gosh, let me get this down in here. Think I can talk and do two things at the same time? I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm going to get that in place there, poke that down. And then what I'm going to do is just remove this little template little carefully, and it doesn't matter if it rips because I won't use this again, so I can just tear it away. And I'm just going to give this a press to make sure everything sticks. Give that a second here. Now I'm going to let that sit there for a minute, and I'm going to take a word stamp. This is from Many Mates, and I'm using the Just Thinking of You. And I'm just going to stamp this. Here. It's Tuxedo Black Memento ink. That's what I always use for my basic black ink pad. And then I have my 1.5 inch circle punch. I'm going to pop that out. Then I'm going to bring this back in, and first thing I'm going to do is take my paper snips and just trim from the back all the excess. I'm just following the line of that 4 by 5 1/4 panel. How are you all doing today? It's kind of overcast here. Looked like it was trying to snow a little bit. It's kind of overcast, so we have to make our own sunshine today, I guess, in the craft studio. Yes, Debbie, it is cold today, isn't it? Okay, so I've just gone along the edges and trimmed all of this excess off this panel. It's going to look like that. Get these scraps out of here. Then I'm going to take this large butterfly. This is the largest one from these set of dies. And I'm going to position this over the coordinating shape here. And I'm going to use my bone folder and carefully, I have to be careful because this is designer paper. It's not like a cardstock weight, but I like to curl up the wings a little bit. I just think it looks pretty. And that's going to be positioned right there. So for that, I am going to, again, just take my glue. I'll put that on the center of her body there. And just put that there. And just press down. This glue actually dries pretty quickly. I'm just going to give that a second to sit there. And while that's doing that, I'm going to create a little bit of a, I don't know, what do you call it? A twirligig is all I can think of. A little loop-de-loop with my black and white baker's twine. This is from a pack of ribbon. It's a 2-pack, the Playful Pets Trim Combo. There's a really cute red stitched ribbon, and then you also get a bolt of this black and white twine. And you know I'm all about the twine. I love the twine. So I'm going to get this started. I want to have part of this hanging down, so I'm going to give it kind of a long tail. I put some Stampin' Seal on the back of this circle, and I will use that to help me make some loops here. And I'll just do a couple. I think on my sample I did 3. I might just do 2. Well, we'll see. I'll do one more. So I like to use the seal on the back of this because that helps kind of secure everything. And then before I actually do secure it down, I like to just take a peek to make sure that it looks okay, and that looks fine to me. So then what I'll do is take my dimensionals, and again, you know, I like to use these to help secure my little flurry of baker's twine. Okay. Okay, and then I'm just going to put this right over this like that. That's popped up. And then this is going to just go on my card front. It's kind of a tone on tone, but I love the interest, the white on white, but I love the interest of the textured butterflies in the background. So I'm going to go ahead and just attach this to my card front now. I have a new roll of Stampin' Seal. I finished up one and just refilled it. That's going to go there like that. And then I just have a quarter sheet for the inside panel. So we'll add that. It's just fun to do some different things with the dies. And this is, it's just a fun look, a tone on tone, white on white, but with some interesting texture. Isn't that cool? I thought that was kind of fun. Thanks, Debbie. Debbie says, super cute. It's kind of simple, it's sort of fun, it's something different. And let me bring in, here's my finished one. I just embellished it with one of the black matte dots, which of course I love. I love the black and white combo, and this with a touch of yellow. Yellow, black, and white is a great combo. So that is card number 1. My next card also uses this suite of products, and okay, so what I did was, we have really nice watercolor paper. Let me pull all these parts out here. We have super nice watercolor paper, and to be honest with you, I do not do a lot of watercoloring. I enjoy it. I like, I like to see a card with some watercoloring on it, but I guess, I don't know, I just don't do it that much. So I'm going to get a mat out here and just show you how I did this. So I just took a small piece. This comes in a pack. You get 10 sheets. And really, it's a small pack, but you can get a lot of mileage out of this small pack. So the sheets are, I don't know, I'm guessing like maybe 5 by 7 or so. A little bigger than 5. Yeah, about 5 by 7 it would be my guess. I'm gonna take my paper trimmer and just cut this in half. Yes, this is, everybody's excited about this new bundle, the Butterfly Brilliance bundle. Everyone's excited about it. It's already showing to be super popular. All right, so for my watercolor wash, we used to have the aqua painter, but now they're called water painters, and they come 3 in a pack. And there are a couple different tips. I decided to use this wide tip today. And what I like to do is just kind of squeeze it to make sure the water's flowing. I kind of do it on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to brush this lightly to get it a little bit wet, like that. Just kind of in the center area. And then I used mint macaron ink, and you can either squeeze the lid to get some of the ink into the top of the ink pad, or what I did was just use my re-inker and kind of squiggled some of the re-inker in there, and a little bit will go a long way. So I'm going to pick this up, and I like it to be pretty wet, so I'm going to squeeze this some more, and then I'm just going to gently cover this on the part that I've already gotten wet. And it's kind of fun to do this because every time you do, you're going to get a different look. And then if you want to go back and maybe make some darker areas, you can do that. I like that variation of color. I think that looks good. Hi, Michelle from Kentucky. Hi, Dawn. Thank you all for joining us. So if you want to do, add some lights and some darks, I think that looks pretty good. And every time you do this, it's going to look different, which is actually part of the fun. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. And once you do this, like what I would recommend is doing several of these at a time, setting them aside and letting them dry, and then you can finish your project, which is what I did. I actually made this one yesterday and let it dry, and then I cut it out with this scallop rectangle, which is from the Stitch So Sweetly set of dies. And so now I'm going to put this card together. So I'm starting with, and you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to do my stamping. I'm using the same stamp that I used on my first card. Hi, Sarah. And I'm just going to ink this up, and I'm going to put this on the lower half of this shape here. Okay. And then now we can put this card together. This has kind of a surprise on the inside too, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so I'm using mint macaron as my card base, 4 1/4 by 11. And then I added my quarter sheet of basic white, 4 by 5 1/4. We'll attach that. And then I cut a piece of vellum the same size, and that's going to fit right over that. Actually, you know what? It's a teeny bit smaller. So we'll go ahead and attach that. And I know that I will be putting some designer paper along this strip here and also have a focal point here. So that's where I'm going to put my adhesive, because I don't want my adhesive to show through the vellum. So I can put it there, and I'll just center that on there like that. Then I have a little strip of the designer paper. That's going to go right there like that. This paper is so beautiful. So, you know, if you leave a comment or you share my Facebook Live, what I do on Monday when I come back next week is that I will randomly draw people's names that have commented or shared this live, and you have a chance to win the cards that I'm making. All right, so my next part of this will be this piece here, and this is my watercolor image, and I am going to be using, I actually kind of forgot about this pack of ribbon. It's called Flowers for Every Season. It's a 3-pack. It comes with a really pretty white ribbon, this really pretty Misty Moonlight white and silver baker's twine that I love, and then there was a gingham, which clearly I have used up all that gingham. It was I believe it was just jade, maybe mint macaron and white, just teeny little gingham check. It was super cute, but I kind of forgot about this twine. And the butterfly that I'm putting on the front of this is the mint, or I'm sorry, is the Misty Moonlight. So I thought that would be cute on this. So I'm just going to wrap this around. So several of you that are watching today are coming to my retreat next week, my overnight retreat. This will be the 4th year that I've done it, and gosh, we have so much fun, and my studio right now is overflowing with everything that, all the projects that we're working on and everything that we'll be doing. I can't wait. So we put a lot of TLC into the event to make it extra special, and I had a better response this year than I've ever had, which is very exciting. And I have a big group of people coming in person, and then I also had a great group of people that got it to go. So that is super exciting. I can't wait. All right, I'm going to attach this with dimensionals. And I'll put that on my card front. I love the butterfly DSP too, Colleen. I think everybody does. Okay, so that's going to go, I don't know how you can't love it. And especially now when we're all just craving summer and spring and colors. And okay, so I'm just going to put this right here, and I will attach this as well with dimensionals. Put one at the top here, put one at the bottom, and that will probably be enough. And again, if you want to take your bone folder and just carefully curl up these wings, I like to do that, so do that. Sarah, Tennessee Grand says, I can't wait for the retreat. It is very much fun. Thank you. So Sarah comes all the way from, Sarah Poole comes all the way from Kentucky, and both of her daughters come too, so. What's that, Sandra?
From Tennessee.
I'm sorry, she comes from Tennessee. Her daughter's here. Her daughter's working away for me. She is the best friend anybody could ever want to have. I'm blessed. I'm very blessed to have her as my friend. All right, so then I'm just going to add some of my Artistry Bloom sequins, and I'm going to pick these up. I love these. I told you the other day because, first of all, they have adhesive on the back. Secondly, because they don't have a hole. So when you put them in place, you don't have to worry about what to do with that hole, like most sequins have. Okay, I'll just put those there and maybe take another little one. So there's the front of my card, which I think is so pretty. But then I have a little pop-up idea for the inside. You know, I love to do pop-up cards. Thank you, Dawn. All right, so it's kind of like a little surprise inside. I think it's beautiful on the front. I hope that you all do as well, but let me show you what I did on the inside. So I took a piece of this beautiful butterfly paper. There's so many the beautiful butterfly paper, right? Beautiful butterfly Brilliance paper. This is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, sorry, that was kind of crazy. And I'm gonna mount this on the top of my card here like this. And I'm gonna do my panel of Whisper White. Anytime I use a colored cardstock for my card base, I always line the inside with one of these little sheets. All right, and then, okay, I have to look at my sample to make sure I'm doing this right. Then I have 3 of these butterflies, and these, as you know, are cut, as I showed you on Monday, they are cut directly from the Designer Series paper with this die. You actually cut 6 out at once. It lines up beautifully. It is, like I say, it's the star of the show. I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and I am going to cut a little strip of the mint macaron, and this is going to be 3/4 inch by 9. I'm not sure how much of this you're going to be able to see here. Let's see, I thought this was, yeah, okay, so it's 9 inches, and then I'm just going to cut it 3/4 inch. I'm going to do it this way. So 3/4 inch by 9. And then I'm going to score it. And I will be putting the measurements for this on my blog. It may go today, it may not be till first thing in the morning. And now I'm just going to do some scoring. I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. I am using my scoring blade, of course. So 1/2 inch on either end. 1/2 inches right there and 1/2 inches right there. And then I'm going to score it at 4 1/4 and 4 3/4 and 8 1/2, which actually the 8 1/2 I've already done. It's just this little 1/2 inch piece on this side. And what I'm going to do is make like a little rectangle box. So I can set my trimmer aside. And I'm going to secure this together. This is going to be my pop-up mechanism. And if you watched at Christmas time, I did a little pop-up gift card holder, and I used this same kind of thing, but it was only about this big, and it attached to the center of the card, and we just attached a gift card to the front of this, and it kind of popped up, which was really fun. This is a little bit different. What I'm going to do is make this bigger. I'm going to secure that there. And I'm going to set that aside for 1 second. The next panel that I add is another sheet of vellum. I'm going to put that there. This has a little nick in it. I should probably not even point it out to you, but what happened when I was scoring this was I got a little nick there. I actually meant today to put that on the front of my card because it would have been hidden, but I didn't. So just pretend like that's not there. In fact, you know what? Actually, I think what I can do, because I don't like that, that's going to bother me. I'm going to take my paper trimmer and just cut, I'll just cut that away. There we go. That'll look better. So I'm going to be adding my little mechanism to the center of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a teeny strip of adhesive right on the center there. And I'm just going to center this panel. I liked adding the vellum over this because I feel like it just softens the paper a little bit. All right, now I'm going to take this, and it's going to go like this. And so the only place I want to add my adhesive is on the bottom here and then on this back here. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal again and add some adhesive. I'm going to make sure I got enough on there. I'm going to add it there, and then I'm going to turn it and put some on this strip as well. This will be going on the top inside panel of my card. All right, so what I like to do is I'm going to put this little part here, and it's centered from left to right. I'm going to close up my card and just kind of go like this. I can actually even flip it over and burnish it a little bit. I want to make sure that sticks really well. And that's going to be my little pop-up mechanism. And that looks like it's sticking pretty well. I'm going to sneak behind this with my glue dots to help hold this, to help hold the vellum in place. And I'm going to put that right behind that. And in a second, I'll be adding some more, a couple other glue dots, and I'll show you how I'll do that. Then I'm going to just take these 3 pieces that I've already cropped, and I'm just going to attach those to this little pop-up piece. So I'll just put my adhesive again just on the center of the butterflies. Put one there. And you want to be sure that you're only putting adhesive on the center. You don't want to put it at the sides here because it won't stick. Or I mean, it will stick. It won't open is what I should say. It won't open. It'll be stuck shut. So put that there, and then I have this other little one. And same thing, I'm just going to attach a little bit of adhesive to the center of her. And that's going to go right there like that. It's just a different way to use your designer paper. So there's the card, and then I'm going to attach another little piece of this designer paper here. That's just a little strip. It's probably 4 by about an inch, 4 inches by 1 inch. Go ahead and add that. Yes, Anne-Marie, thank you for watching. Anne-Marie has just been bitten by the stamping bug, partly because of her sister. So anyway, so here's the card. And when you open it up, you have this fun little pop-up. It's like a little surprise inside. And then again, I will take some of my Artistry Bloom sequins and pick them up and just embellish a little bit. And I'm going to put some, you could actually put some down here. You can use the different colors. These match beautifully with this designer paper. Okay. And then I'm going to take one of these bigger ones. I'm going to put one here, and I'll show you a little trick that I'm going to do with that. Whoops. Come on. Put one right here. So then what I'm going to do, and this is just a little trick, I want to secure this a little bit. When you're using vellum, it's so thin, you don't have to use a lot of adhesives, but what I thought I would do, just to secure this a little better in this case, is to put a glue dot on my finger and put it right behind that sequence so that it will hold that vellum in place without showing, because we don't want that glue dot to show. So there is my pretty and fun pop-up card. Isn't that fun? I can't get enough of these butterflies. All right, so now I have actually 2 more things I want to show you. They're kind of quick. I don't want to take too much of your time today, but I appreciate you all watching. So let me show you. This is the big stamp set that I did use on Monday. The background, this card that I made on Monday, I stamped this big stamp with smoky slate ink to create this beautiful, I just love this stamp. And what I mentioned on Monday was to keep these little parts in pieces, and I'm going to show you why. This was an idea I got from an adorable demonstrator from Australia named Kylie Bertucci. She is a friend of mine, and I tell you, one of the best things about being a part of the Stampin' Up! Family is all the friends that I have made from all around the world, including Kylie. And when I hit my $1 million in career sales, she actually personally reached out to me to congratulate me. And that really meant a lot. I thought that was really, really sweet of her. And so this is her idea. She used these negatives. These are the part of this stamp that you would normally throw away. But she said, you know what, you should save these. And she came up with this idea. So I'm going to make a card to show you. This is different than the card she shared with us, but this was her idea. So I'm going to take a So Saffron quarter sheet, 4x5 1/4, and then I'm going to take my soft suede ink. And I'm going to create a background for this card. And I'm going to fill this whole thing as much as I can. And it's best really if you do start in the center and then work out to the edges. We'll fill that whole thing in just like that. Let me put a little bit more right up here. Whoops. Like that. And then I have some these are the other parts of this card, my little kit for today. So I'm going to set that aside a minute, and then I'm going to use this is a great stamp set. I think it gets overlooked in the catalog. It's called Back on Your Feet. It has super cute things. This poor giraffe, his neck is tied in a knot, and the stamp that coordinates says, "This is not good, KNOT." Turtle, hope you're back on your feet again, or hope you're back on your feet soon. Hope things get better. I actually used this after a couple years ago, I had a bad fall on the ice, and I had to go to physical therapy for like 6 months. And I actually made this for my physical therapist. And apparently he still has it on display. One of my friends recently told me that because she had to go there as well. But anyway, it's a super cute stamp set. Don't miss it. We've had it for a couple years, and we never know what's going to retire and what isn't. But I'm going to use one of my stitched rectangle dies and stamp the giraffe. So you probably can figure out now why I did this, what that's supposed to be. It's a giraffe, right? A close-up of a giraffe. Okay. So then I used my Stampin' Blends and added some color. And I'm going to start with light So Saffron and just add a little bit of color. And what I've learned, the more I use these blends, it's okay to leave some white spaces. It's almost like when you're watercoloring, you want to have, some lights and some darks, and it's okay to have some open space with no color. I think it makes it look more realistic. So I'm just going to quickly do this, add some color. This stamp actually is pretty easy to color because what I'm going to do now is bring in my dark So Saffron, and these little lines here that are part of the stamp, that's kind of a clue to me where I should put some of this dark So Saffron. So do that down here. It's kind of where the shadows would be. She's a cute little lady, isn't she? I always think these are girls. All these things are girls. I don't know. Maybe this is a boy. Some color there. Okay. And then I'm going to bring in my So Saffron, and I think what I'm going to do is just use the dark and fill in these spots. I'm not going to do the whole thing because I've got one that's completed, but I just want to show you how I did this. So I'm just filling in some of these little spots here, and I'm going to color her hooves. And her little, I don't know, giraffes have antlers. I'm not sure what they're called. And then I'm going to take my color lifter. And this is something that I didn't use a lot until my friend Sandra said, Laura, you really need to be using this. And I do feel like it took my coloring, it made it look better. So I'm just going to remove some of this now so it's not so solid. Okay. And you can see how it just, it makes the color more variated. I think it looks more realistic. So here's the one, just to save a little time today, I already went ahead and colored that. Isn't that cute? And then the other thing I'm going to stamp real quickly is just the, I used my oval punch. It has the scallop shape and the straight oval. And let's see, did I pull that stamp out? This is not good. That might still be, okay, so that's still in here. Let me just put that on a block. And I'm going to stamp this in soft suede ink as well onto my oval. Put that there like that. And now we're ready to put the card together. So I'm using my thick basic white as a base. Give it a nice crease. Then I'll add my little giraffe pattern. Isn't that like a brilliant idea? That was Kylie. Thank you, Kylie, for sharing that idea. Yeah, Colleen says it reminds me of giraffe. Absolutely. You figured it out. Okay, so there's that panel. And then I had cut some other rectangles. So I have the stitched one, and this one is going to go, let's see, first I put this one down. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that. Put that here. And then this, I'm just going to angle this a little bit like that. That'll be attached next. Just angle that a little bit. Like that. And then I add my giraffe, and she's just going to be sitting on there like that. So cute. And I'm going to pop her up. Like that. And then I'll just put these together. I'll adhere these together. This is a great stamp set. Like I said, if you haven't purchased this yet, it's great. It's kind of like a lighthearted, get well stamp set. I think it would make somebody smile, which if somebody's hurting from an accident or something, okay, I'm just going to put that there like that. And then to finish this, I just used some, okay, where is it? I tell you, I have all this stuff organized, and then I start stamping and things get buried. And hold on, because I had, oh, okay, well, I'm not seeing it, but let me show. I'll bring in my finished one. And all I did was this is the brown, it's suede ribbon. It actually is soft and feels like suede. And so I just tied that in a knot and added it there because this is not good. And then on the inside, let's see, I'll just do Hope You're Back on Your Feet Again Soon, which is right here. I actually have a friend that's one of my customers and sweet lady, is going to have a hip replacement soon. So I think I'm going to save this and get that in the mail to her. Just says, oh wait, you know what? This doesn't say that. Hold on. I want to put the right one in here. That one was hope things get better soon, but I want to do hope you're back on your feet again soon. There we go. Either one actually would be fine, but I'll just put that there. If you want to make this look extra cute on the inside, of course, you can take your little giraffe and maybe put her here like she's peeking in. So cute. That'd be cute on the envelope as well. So there is my cute little giraffe card with a really fun background. So don't throw these negative parts of that butterfly stamp set away. You can make something really cute. And I have one more idea with this. This was, so Kylie had shared the giraffe idea. And when I looked at this stamp set, I thought, you know what? I wonder if I could do something similar with the turtle. So isn't it cute? I just think it's so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate all your good comments. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. I think I can come up with something for a turtle. So let me bring in my little chamois. I actually cut mine in half. And like I said the other day, this does not look pretty, but it serves a really good purpose just to get these stamps cleaned off. And when you're doing this, you want to be careful because once you have, well, since I already have my stamps on my block, I didn't want them to come off, and I have them pretty close together. So if you're just a little bit careful when you're cleaning this, they'll stay right on the block. Okay. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to clean my words too, because I'm going to use that on this as well. So what I did for this one, and I'll just show you really quickly, I used, so I had a sheet of mint macaron, and then I used my Just Jade ink, which I think is right here. Yeah, it's what I used actually to watercolor. So I'm going to use the same thing, and what I did was I filled up, again, the whole center. And if you notice on my stamp, there's a little bubble there, which, you know, this is not a part of the actual stamp, so it doesn't matter. Normally this is what you'd throw away, but I think it kind of makes it look more realistic. Because if you look at the hide of a giraffe or the, you know, the shell of a turtle, it's probably not perfect. So I used that, and then what I did was I filled it up with my stitched triangle dies, and let's see, do I have those here? Here they are. So I just filled this up and cut as many different shapes as I could. Just put these on here. And you could do this on a little bit bigger sheet too if you wanted to. I'm using this shape for my card, but you can just fill this up and cut out triangles. Thanks, Debbie. So I ended up with all these pieces. This could be like a camouflage too, I think. And I'm not going to make this whole card, but I think you'll get the idea. Look how adorable this is. I think I like this even better than the giraffe. So this one, so what I did was, you can see I took my two triangles and positioned them on, oops, wait, it's the, oh, and you know what, I don't even have, these are the ones I didn't use. So they're the ones, they're like a right angle. I have two of those that were the opposites of each other. Put those on my card front. This paper is called, I think it's Playful Patterns. It's in our annual catalog, and I just love the soft texture. It's almost like a watercolor look. I thought it looked good with this. It complemented the colors of this. And then I stamped my turtle, and I colored her in with Just Jade blends and soft suede. I stamped the little ouch and made like a little flurry of linen thread that I attached behind my words, and then just embellished it with 3 of the in color dots. Isn't the turtle? I think the turtle is adorable. So those are just a couple ideas. Let me bring in the giraffe again. Super, super cute. Really, really fun idea with something that most of us would probably throw away. And to be honest with you, I have to tell you, I did throw mine away. And then I saw Kylie's idea, and literally I had to go dig them out of my trash can in my stamp studio. So I rescued them, and I'm so glad that I did, because I think they are just adorable. So that is a great stamp set. It is called Back on Your Feet, and so you want to be sure to check that out. Let me bring in real quickly, these are the other 2 cards that I made today, that one and then this one. And I wanted to show you as well, my class to go for March features the Butterfly Brilliance products, and it is $35. And for $35, you get $27 in product. You get a full pack of the designer paper, you get a bolt of fine art ribbon, and you get a pack of the gold glitter enamel dots. You also get a PDF tutorial and kits to make 6 projects, 5 cards, and 1 3-dimensional adorable little box. I partner with my demonstrator friend Sherry Roth from Canada, and we include videos for each of the projects, so you can walk through each project stamped right along with us. We'll walk you through them and tell you how to put everything together. This is a beautiful class. I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to take it. It is beautiful, beautiful products. And then let me just show you, if you want to add on the bundle, I offer that at catalog price. So that would just be an additional, I believe it's $54.75. You would add that to your $35 class fee, and you would get all of these products plus the stamp set and the set of dies. Let me just show you a quick little sneak peek. These are the cards that you'll be making. This is the box. Look how adorable. And I showed you the other day. Look at the end of it, how it opens. It's adorable. And then there are 6 other projects. I like to make a slimline card. Those are always really, really popular. So if you're interested, I have a special. If you sign up, if you register by tomorrow, Friday, March 5th, I am including, as a thank you for an early registration, a full pack of the Artistry Bloom sequence. And I've had a great response for this, but if you want to get this for free, you have to purchase the class and the bundle, as well as, and pay for it by tomorrow, by the end of the day tomorrow, March 5th. After that, you still get all of this, but you don't get this free product. And who wouldn't want to get the free product? Yeah, Mary, you're all signed up and ready to go. So that is what I have for you today. I look forward to seeing you. I'll be back on Monday. I have a couple ideas that I think I'll be sharing with you. I'll figure that out over the weekend. Next week, so I will be here on Monday at 1 o'clock. I won't be here on Thursday because we will be in full retreat mode at that point. We have a lot of last minute things to pull together, and so I will just be sharing with you one day next week. That'll be Monday, and look forward to that. Thank you all so much for joining me. I sure appreciate it. I appreciate all your comments and your sharing. It means a lot. And I look forward to seeing you on Monday. As always, I hope you have time to be creative today. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.